Hi, I'm about to welcome to my channel Africa Everyday. For this episode, I'll be preparing a dish shared with me by Mr. Mike Atomic Stream, which is called spicy sparrow fish. It's called spicy sparrow fish. It's a wonderful dish. I've shared a lot of cuisine with him, and I've also shared a lot of African cuisine with him, specifically Yoruba cuisine. If you want to watch them all, you can go to his channel on my channel to watch them all. So in this special cuisine, I'll be preparing it, I'll be eating it, and I'll be giving full description of the cuisine. And also along the process of the cooking, I'll be explaining the main difference between method of cooking in a typical British home and a typical Nigerian home. I hope you enjoy this. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Special thanks to my patrons, all my patrons, for making this possible. Thank you so much. I'm very, very grateful to you guys. Your words of encouragement, your gift being sent all over the world. I'm very, very grateful to you guys. I don't know what I am or what I'm doing to deserve great guys like you, but I'm thankful to you guys with every fiber of my being. Thank you so much. I'm very, very grateful. I hope you all enjoyed this video. All right, let me start the preparation now. We have 2.5 cups of flour, plain flour. Yes, this is a cup. I think that is level. Another cup. Then I think this should be half. Luckily for me, the measurement doesn't have to be precise and very, very accurate. Okay, there, that's for flour. We have yeast. No measurement for yeast, but let me just put a cup. This is a tablespoon of sugar. This is a teaspoon of salt. Now mix everything together. All right, now I have a tablespoon of oil. That is a tablespoon. A cup of lukewarm water. A riot is about to happen at my location here in Nigeria currently. That's a cup of lukewarm water. The mixing it's very tough now. I can understand what Mr. Mike meant, that everything will not coagulate together. But I'm getting the desired result. I can see that it's becoming very, very gelatinous now. All right, the kneading process now. Yes, it's time now for me to knead it. I don't have a bowl, so I want to use the tray to do it. I hope it works. Yes, very, very sticky. It is very, very sticky. So I need to add more flour. I think it's better now. This is the first time that I've been preparing anything related to flour like this. First time in my life. I've never done this before. It is ready like this. I'm going to put it here and I'll cover it for like an hour. Okay, we have the preparation of the filling now. I want to prepare the filling. I couldn't get a very big onion that Mr. Mike used, so I decided to use 5 small ones. I'll be using 5 smaller onions. Ideally, ordinarily, I love eating onions in my food. That's why I'm supposed to use 4, but because I love it more, I decided to add 1 to it. Apologies for the background noise. So to slice it now. All right, for my own onion, I'm not going to remove the skin, so I'll be sliding everything together like that. So I'll be starting. I've diced the onion, so I'll be going for the Scotch bonnet now. For the Scotch bonnet, we don't use to cut the base, we just remove the stalk. So that I've removed the stalk, so it's ready for slicing now. This red Scotch bonnet is very, very hot. Very, very hot. I will not advise any Westerner to use this kind of Scotch bonnet unless your tongue is acclimatized to it. It is very, very hot. If you slice this Scotch bonnet, after like 1 hour, your pan will start heating up. Just to tell you how hot the Scotch bonnet is. Your fingers, every part of your hand or every part of your body that you used to touch it, that it touches it, will start heating up after like an hour. But I'm used to it. This is what I've been eating right from my childhood. So my taste bud is actually used to it. This is a wonderful experience for me. I never thought in my life that I would ever be preparing this kind of meal. Special thanks to Mr. Mike for sharing this special cuisine with me. I'm very, very grateful to you all. Very, very grateful. An average preparing of this meal will take like an average of 2-3 hours. But in a typical African home, any kind of food you want to prepare that will take 2-3 hours is usually avoided. When I was growing up, you eat around 7 to 8. That's for breakfast. Then our lunch can only be taken after 2. If it's not 2 o'clock, you can't have your lunch, no matter how hungry you are. Believe me. Though our parents didn't understand it better. They trained us the way they were trained. So to them, it was a training. Though there were a lot of positives in it. However, it still has a lot of negatives. And one of the negatives of that is that it tends to make children to eat. It tends to make children to eat more than necessary, because they're always scared of the longer time it takes them for them to eat another meal. So that's what I believe. The red bell pepper. doesn't have much seed. Not much seed inside. I've never done this in my life. This is the first time that I'll be doing this. And now, there are some ingredients that you will not find in a typical African home. We're talking about flour. Unless they want to make fish pie, something called fish pie or mince pie. We don't usually use our flour. Or sometimes when we want to fry fish, we can use flour to something like to coat the fish outside. But I don't know the reason why we do that, because I've never been a great cook. But this is changing my mindset about cooking. Cooking is an art. I can see that now. I've been hearing it before, that cooking is an art, but now I can see that cooking is really, really an art. Just cooking what you want to eat. For example, I want to eat rice, I'll cook it the way I want. It's different from cooking a special cuisine that you follow a procedure. It's entirely different. Apologies for the background noise again. Nigeria is a very noisy country. When you don't hear people honking, you hear people shouting. When you don't hear people shouting, you hear people playing loud music on the street. When you don't hear that, you will hear a loud and deafening noise of generator. A lot of sources of noises in Nigeria. And the worst of them all is the generator. Do you know in Nigeria, in our annual budget, Nigerian government budget for fuel? Yes. There is budget for fuel in Nigerian annual budget. Repairing the generators for Aso Rock. Paying for engineers, servicing it is part of the annual budget. As far as Nigerian budget is concerned. It's a wonderful country. Nigeria has a lot of wonderful people. But the country as a whole has a lot of problems. It has plethora of problems. Probably I should say that. The truth is that for a group of people to come together to stand as one, every member of that group must agree with the ideology that they must stand together. If there's any person or a small portion of the group that are not willing to be part of them, I believe they should be allowed to go on their own. Being together, being family, being a group, forming a country shouldn't be by force. Shouldn't be by force. It should be something that you wish to do. And no culture is better than any other culture. Yes, this is ready now. You can see the mixture there. So just like Mr. Mike did, I'll wait for like 2 minutes before adding the sliced potato to it. Just like Mr. Mike did. I hope I get this right. So just like I said, there's no reason for me to peel off the skin. I'll be slicing it like that. Mr. Mike used tomato puree, yes. I will call it tomato paste here. So there's no reason for me to use tomato paste with the tomato. Alright, I'll be using a sachet of thyme. This is a sachet of thyme, that's what I'll be using. Consider. Yes, I think this one is sold for 59. Yes, sold for 59. So that's what I'll be using. I can't find on package one. I love thyme in jollof rice. Yes, I love eating it in jollof rice. Mr. Mike made soup in his own spiral bread, but in my own bread, I'll be eating my own spiral bread with beans. That's what I'll be eating mine with. Let me add my little bit more. Yes, the onion is brown now. You can see that they are brown. So it's now ready for me to add. I can smell the aroma already. So this will be left alone for 3 minutes so that it will cook properly. Okay, it is ready now. Yes, it is ready now. Fully ready. So I'll turn off the heat now and allow the temperature to fall to the room temperature. Okay. You can see that it has risen now. It has properly risen. Look at that. Probably times 2 or times 2.5. I'm going to divide this into 4. Still very, very sticky. I don't know if I can still add. It's still very, very sticky. Please be very, very kind with me. This is the first time that I'll be dealing with this kind of food, so be very, very generous with me in your criticism, in your comments. I've never done this before. I have no idea how this is being done. Mr. Mike, I couldn't get how you did it. So this has cooled down to normal room temperature now. I just have to improvise. I know, I didn't get it right. I know. Amazing. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Oh my God. I didn't get this right at all. can't get it right at all. But I'll still bake it. Yes, I'll still bake it. Yes, of course, I can't waste it. I'll still bake it. However it turns out, I'm going to eat it. So I'm not going to be dividing it now. I'm not going to be dividing it now. No more division. But I'm gaining a lot of experience in doing this. I'm gaining a lot of experience. I have never done this before. I'm gaining a lot of experience. I have never done this before. This is my first time. So be very gentle with me in the comment section. It's still spiral. At least I got that one right. Yeah, this is how I'm going to cook everything. This is it. And I'm going to cover this so that it will prove. While it's proving, I'm going to prepare the charcoal that is going to heat my oven. So I'll cover this till it's proved. So after that, I'll leave for like 10 minutes. By then, I shall have been through with the preparation of the charcoal part. I'm preparing the charcoal for my oven. So the next thing is to be gently blowing it so that the ember will become big. By the time the ember is ready, I now put it at the base of the oven. It will now be supplying heat to the entire body of the oven. That is just the simple science behind it. The ember is ready now. You can see that the charcoal is ready. And the next thing is now for me to put it in the locally made oven. So this is the oven now. And I'm going to place the charcoal here. So the charcoal will be supplying heat to whatever I want to bake. So it is proved now. So this is how I'm going to, this is a colossal failure. So this is how I'm going to bake it. I'm not proud of this at all. At least I've learned so many lessons on how to do it. So let's go and put it in the oven. So I want to put it in the oven now. Okay, let me put it here. So that is how it will be inside the oven. I'm going to close this and I'll check back in the next 5 minutes. The temperature of this locally made oven can be regulated, so I have to be checking it every 5 minutes to see that. Alright, I want to check it now. Yes, it's almost done now. Oh, you can see that it's a disaster. I didn't get it right at all, but I actually learned some lesson. As this now, it's still very, very edible. I can easily eat it, but I won't be able to describe the taste simply because I didn't get it right. I would love to try this again sometime, but it is still good to be eaten. Please, leave your comments in the comment section below, and please don't forget this. This is my first time of trying it, so be very, very gentle with the criticism. You know, I'm not used to this, but it tastes good a little bit. Yes, not a total disaster, but let's say like 90% of disaster. Alright, special thanks for my patrons for making this possible. Thank you so much. Especially Mr. Mike Atomic Stream. You've been wonderful in my life. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you also want to become my patron to support my channel and me, I'll link to that will be in the description of the video and also the comment section. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the video. If there's anything you think I should have done, something that actually led to this partial disaster, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching.